Guys, Dr. Who here, and today I'm reviewing the final figure from the 3.75 inch Wave 1, which was released back in mid-2013, and this is the Weeping Angel. As I said in my Ice Warrior review a couple of days ago, I'm just finishing off reviewing the Wave, which I never finished doing, even though they are very old now. I just want to tidy up in case I do get more 3.75 inch figures, so I can have a fresh start. Now, this Weeping Angel was the final figure I got from the Wave ages ago, and the figure was basically re-released in Wave 2, but of course it had the screaming face. Now, this one has a very passive face, and it's neutral. Do I like this figure? Well, we'll get to that, but probably I'd say I don't, because I was a bit jammy with the 5-inch Weeping Angels. I bought loads of them. I got 5 for something like $2.99 on eBay. It was crazy, and I used to make all sorts of displays with them. And this figure just lacks the articulation, but you got to have it in the collection. So I will come to that more in the review. First thing we're going to do is review the packaging. Be warned, it's a bit different. The sound quality is not as good because I don't have an external mic in, and the lighting is a bit different because this section, the packaging, was recorded well over a year ago. But anyway, enjoy. Now here we go. Here we have the Weeping Angel from the new Wave. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Weeping Angels currently, and this mini one is going to be my 9th. So here we go. We have their name, Weeping Angel, character logo, Doctor Who logo, 6 figures to collect up the top. We have Series 7 figure collection and the BBC logo again. Going around to the back, it's the same as always with this range. We have the QR code, we have the available stuff, and some more information at the top. Okay, so now the packaging is done, we can get on with reviewing the Weeping Angel. The first thing we're going to do, as always with all my reviews, is the detail. Now, the figure is great, detail-wise. As I've said before, I really like the detail they apply on these 3.75 inch figures. In some cases, I think they're better than the 5-inch figures, and definitely the quality's much better. The Weeping Angels released in like Wave 1F of Series 5 back in 2010, like the decaying one, they were getting appalling. The quality was beyond a joke. Like, the wings wouldn't fit in, the joints would snap, and they just wouldn't stand up. So, not just for Weeping Angels, other figures as well, especially some of the Silurians, but now the quality is brilliant. They may not be as accurate, especially like the Doctor in Wave 1 and stuff, but the actual what they have got is much nicer and much more detailed. So let's go on with the detail. The figure has a standard passive Weeping Angel face. Oh, sorry about that rock there, hang on. Getting a bit of focus. They're a lot smaller, so it's a bit harder to focus, even harder than they were before. Well, the face is great. You've got the very serene looking Weeping Angel, and you can see all the detail in her, or his hair, and it's very accurate. The whole body is a robe, as we've come to know with the Weeping Angels, and the whole thing is well painted. Lots of different colours going on here, and lots of different shades. Brings a very realistic look to the figure. I have to say, unfortunately, it looks a lot better on camera than it does in real life, but it is great. The arms are the worst part, purely because of the lack of articulation. The wings are great, they're probably the best. They don't flap or move around like the 5-inch ones did. I'm not sure that's a bad thing though, because it means they're not going to fall out or fall off. But you've got the feathers, it's all very detailed and like a bit of aging in there. We've still got the bulge for the knee, which is correct, that's in the show. And this on the base is just flat. It's still got the holes for the Doctor Who stand. I should have mentioned it came with that. Bit of a fail there. But I actually don't use it with the Weeping Angel. I use it with the unmasked Ice Warrior that I got from the Cold War playset, who on his own doesn't stand up, whereas the Weeping Angel does. So, thankfully, he's got a hole for a base, so I put her base on him. I'll put him out of the way here. But, yes, this figure, like the other 3.75 inches, except for the Dalek, does come with the standard blue base, which was changed to grey in Wave 2, and in the new Wave 3, it is red. So, that's the detail. Let's move on to the articulation. The head is a kind of ball joint, so it moves around, and you can get 360 articulation, no problem at all. Nods a bit, but mainly it just spins around. Great articulation in the head. The shoulders are ball jointed, so you can get like a wide movement, but you can't get it covering its eyes, and that's what I hate. The 5-inch figures, I did that all the time. They even had wrist articulation, they had second joint articulation, they bent at the elbow, and excuse me, had shoulder articulation, so you could get a great pose out of them. If I were closer to my figures, I would have grabbed one over to show you what I mean. Hang on, let me try. Make this as good a review as possible. If I can like reach in there without knocking all the other figures over. Hang on, so close yet so far. Ooh, nearly knocked over the pig slave, but I got one. So this is what I mean. This is what you used to be able to do with them, in case you're not aware. And that was a lot cooler than how you display this one. This one, you have to display like it. I'm trying to think when it looks like this. It looked like it when Amy saw it on like the hologram on the TV. It just like stood there with its arms out. Quite a creepy looking pose with the serene face. But personally, I much prefer what I could do with these ones. Further reinforcing my opinion that the 5-inch figures are better, because this was one of my favourite 5-inch figures. But, you know, we can't have it all our way all the time. So, the articulation, pretty limited, seeing as it's a very simple figure. I think there's waist articulation. Nope, maybe not. Oh yeah, there is. It was just a bit stiff. So, we can get some poses out of it, but you never really see a weeping angel moving at the waist, so it's fairly useless. The wings don't flap like they used to, which, as I say, is probably a good thing, because they used to pop out all the time. It was a nightmare. Hang on. The focus, bro. Yeah. So, what would I rate this figure? Well, I like it. I said I didn't like it, but I'm so torn with it. Like all of the 3.75-inch figures. It's for what's there. What is there on the figure is good, but compare it to the 5-inch, it is rubbish. But that's not what I'm reviewing. I'm reviewing the figure in itself. So I would have to say I do recommend this figure, especially if you are into the 3.75-inch figures and you have the others in the wave. Get this one. It's essential. The whole first wave was sort of a few Series 7 characters, and then the Dalek and the Weeping Angel were there to, like, you know, get some of the classic characters going. So, yes, this figure isn't as good as the 5-inch ones, but as a 3.75-inch, it's well detailed, as detailed as a Weeping Angel can get, but the articulation lacks it down. So for detail, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, because there's really not much more you could do with a Weeping Angel, even if you wanted to. Articulation, I'm giving a 4 out of 10. Why? You'd probably say, oh yeah, but Weeping Angel can't do much articulation. And the head articulation is actually a lot better than lots of figures. It can't cover its eyes. That is the whole point of a goddamn Weeping Angel. So, this figure is getting... let me rethink. Yeah, no, I'm going to give it 4. 4 out of 10 for articulation, because it's useless what it's got. But I still recommend this figure, but it has a lot of letdowns. But, to be honest, the whole 3.75-inch wave is pretty much a letdown, except for the Cyberman, which is awesome. Alright, so that's it. I've reviewed all of Wave 1, and I do plan on getting more in the future. I said I wasn't gonna, but now I think I will, because I really miss collecting and reviewing. So, we'll see. But for now, I'm satisfied because I've reviewed all of Wave 1. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My next reviews will be the 8th Doctor and the 5th Doctor's electronic sonic screwdrivers, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!